strength, 9 out of 10 uses of the mystery purple liquid, that cursed bracelet I've been toting around that removes the hand that wears it.
I remember that.
How was
What
everything that was,
about
like,
that? Ugh.
particularly useful? I also still have my dagger of venom that I've, like, barely used. Whoops.
Hee hee.
I mean,
Some rope, you know,
just
climbing
the,
kit,
just the usual, you know.
and those potions of dragon strength.
Those are just bigger healing potions, right? If I remember right.
Those are just big healing potions, which I
Yeah.
feel like we're probably better off holding on to if they can hopefully not need them.
Hopefully, they won't end up
Forgery
needing,
kit,
but we'll
disguise
see.
kit, crowbar,
Yeah, I think we're good.
and a shitload of money.
All the goodies. All the goodies. Right. Is my camera in use? Bizarro. All right. So, what preparations do you guys want to make before going in? So, we're basically going in the day of the ceremony. Like, you're traveling to, I don't know if you want, how do you want to get to Whitemore without getting caught by the
So my
authorities?
ass- my assumption is the infiltration team is actually leaving long before us, right?
Sure. I'm not sure how they want to do it, but I'm
I
that
don't either, but if they want to get caught and used in the ceremony like I thought they did, I don't imagine they'd go the same day. Maybe they could, I don't know. But
okay.
I think he pulled the world map.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll do the one without snow because it's easier to read for some reason.
And where are we trying to get to?
You are trying to get up here.
To the capital, right?
Yes.
And we have how
Essentially,
long?
a week.
A week?
A week.
Well, I imagine the other group is probably going to teleport. But where could they teleport to? Hexstrom? Emberhold? One of those?
They
Maybe
could
Alrest and
they
walk there.
could get to Molder Wallow, because they did use the teleport from there to get to Whitemore to use the teleport there. The private Silver Birch family teleport. You did use that to get there previously. Um, but that was after you infiltrated a library in Molder Wallow, if I remember.
And Jill called in favors to get us access to that. It wasn't just like, here you go.
Yeah.
It was very much a, I'm calling in your favor and you're going to do this.
I'm just trying to think. So in that case, actually, 'cause we're 510 miles away. And we'd go on Leviathan. You and I can just fly there.
Yeah, that
We'd
was my thought, was we just fly.
we'd probably skirt the Fanghorn Mountains. Maybe even fly over or through some of it. So we'd probably leave
Yeah,
now and just wait around until it's time,
right day.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much to prepare.
All right.
Like our preparations would be more after we get there, and then we can see what kind of
What
encampments
we're
are
getting
around the
into, yeah.
city, fortifications, is the city on lockdown, is like nothing happening kind of thing. Nothing much we can really do from here.
Okay. So you are going to fly on Leviathan to get to Whitemore and then decide from there based off of what they've got going on. The
Pretty
eh,
much, yeah.
okay.
Yep.
All right. So I am going to have you guys roll for so how fast does Leviathan fly?
Let me see here. So Leviathan has a flying speed of 60 feet.
Okay.
So using D&D travel pace things, he'd go like I think it's 6 miles an hour at a steady pace, or
Okay.
like a normal pace.
Yeah, because that
So
would be double what you would make on foot. So yeah, you'd get there probably in half the time the infiltration group
it
would get
it'd
there.
probably take us 5 days to get there
Yeah.
flying. So we'll call it 6 days for like avoiding patrols if there are any there.
Mhm.
So it almost feels like the infiltration group's gonna have to teleport into Whitemore and go, oh shit, whoops, we got caught.
Yeah.
If they want to get there in time.
They could, if they wanted to, they could probably teleport to Hextrum or Owlrest, but
No, that's their
that's their
problem. We're not
that's their
involved.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their issue. They'll figure it out. So you guys are just
which
gonna
concerns me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We're
well,
just here to, slaughter everybody at the festival.
We put the two strongest combat characters with the best tactical sense away from the spellcasters.
Look, I mean, as good as Jill is at infiltration, she absolutely cannot get caught because that will go very, very badly.
Oh well. This is what happens when you split the party.
I hope.
I was trying to do like I was like, oh man, maybe I could try to do this like split party thing. I think that'd be fun. Nah, that might be too much work. And then John had his issue, and I was like, oh wait, that works out. Let's just do it. So
Like the
We'll do
idea
it
of
live.
if we're not
we'll
together
do
for
it
something.
live. And I think it'll be hilarious. How everything I have to keep meticulous notes for this. Normally my notes consist of, okay, I'll write that down and then forget later. I have to be very meticulous about this.
Or you'll write down like, this is what happened, and you go look at your notes later like, what stupid bitch wrote that? How is that gonna help me?
Exactly. I'm like, what does that mean?
Why did I write down hee hee? What does that mean?
mean? All right. So I'll have you roll to basically for the 2 days, like roll a d20 as like a stealth check to see if you can avoid any um patrols or being spotted by anybody, or if there's anything that comes up. Like I'll have you roll a d20 3 times. And that'll count for 2 days each. And we'll see how
Alright.
that goes. So first day of travel, one of you roll a d20, basically stealth check.
Okay.
Um,
we'll see
But
how
it would
this
be for
goes.
Leviathan though.
What would you want us to add to this? Just Leviathan stealth check?
Yeah, just Leviathan stealth check.
Alright, he gets +2 to this. I see D&D Beyond is still rolling absolutely incredibly slowly. I don't know what's going on with that.
18. All right. So you progress the first 2 days without encountering anybody hostile. You do see a few in the snow, a few travelers along the road. But they don't seem to be overly concerned about a dragon flying through the sky. Or they don't notice. But you do not see any hostile individuals.
I imagine we'd probably travel at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That Yep, that works. Um, just someone is also occasionally traveling at night, I guess. So, but yeah, you are good for the first day. Jill, go ahead and roll for the second day or the next 2 days
We'll see
for
how
Leviathan.
this goes. +2.
+2. Dirty
Hey,
20. Yeah,
Hey, let's go.
He
He's getting
is-
better as we go.
it's much better than last time I played D&D. Oh, I didn't get above a 10. It was bad.
That's why reliable talent exists.
I mean, it was a level 1, but still.
all right, and then yeah, no encounters. You do see a few, like, as you're traveling, you do see some large encampments that look like military camps, kind of posted along the trail, like not like huge armies, but more like small outposts next to places on the trail coming in and out of cities. They seem to be stopping a lot of individuals. Um, their security has gotten a lot more tight in the 9 months that you've been gone. Final check. Whoever wants to take it.
I mean, it's your dragon.
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right. The final 2 days of travel, you're seeing as you get closer to Whitemore, more of these outposts. And as Leviathan passes over the crest of one of these mountains, there is an outpost right below you. And you're close enough to smell the smoke from the campfire as he kind of crests over this hill. You aren't spotted that you are aware of, but you were very close. But you do manage to land out of sight of the group of this encampment, and within sight of the capital.
Well, it's a real good thing that none of these idiots thought about a dragon flying at night, so they put up a bunch of campfires and can't see anything. Oh, I like fighting incompetent enemies until we run into one that's gonna kick our ass. Then I really like it. So, what does the city look like?
Yeah, what are we working with?
So the city, as of right now, is got massive white stone walls that surround the entire perimeter, with the exception of a few farms. But all of the like, because you land at night, right? So you see the lights from the city. None of the farms on the outside of the walls have light within them. They have, from what you can tell, there has not been anyone in those houses for a few weeks. There's no disturbed snow leading to the houses. The best you can think of is that maybe the city is forcing its citizens to move within the walls. But you are uncertain of that. There are many on the outside of, like, right direct outside the walls. There are heavy military. There's a heavy military presence outside each of the city's entrances. Very tight security. Like, think TSA, but worse.
Is there a farmstead maybe a mile or two away from the city that is abandoned, relatively away from everything, that has a decent sized barn?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
Um,
Oh,
It's
there we
just
go.
slow. I'm sorry.
it takes you a few minutes, with it being dark, but you do spot a homestead that has a fairly large barn that does appear to be abandoned. So you can make your way there if you so wish.
Yes. How deep is the snow? Is this like a light dusting of snow? Is this dead of winter, 2-3 feet high snow? Like,
Uh,
How many Jills is this snow?
how hard is it going to be to cover our tracks kind of snow?
um, it's about two Jills high, so it's fairly deep.
Oh, that's a lot of snow.
I rolled a d4 and I'm like, okay, each one is going to be half a Jill high, and I rolled a 4. I'm like, oh, okay. So it
So
is very deep snow.
That's almost 6 feet of snow. That's a lot of snow.
that's that's a lot of snow.
Yep. It's like Idaho
That's
Falls.
that's going to be real hard to hide our tracks in.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, in that case, I think it's even a better idea to go get inside that farmstead or the barn
And go hide.
and not die in this hell winter escape that we have here.
All right. But yeah, you get to this little homestead. I'm assuming you put Leviathan in the barn, or you all go in
I
the
think
barn.
I think we're all
I
going to
think
be in
we
the
all go
barn
in the barn.
Okay.
because clearing a path of 6 feet of snow to get into an abandoned
Somebody's
house
gonna.
is somebody's going to notice.
That's a lot of work. Yeah, somebody's gonna notice. That's a lot of work. She's 3 feet tall.
You safely get into this barn, and are able to take a rest until dawn, uh, or however long you need to. However, you're able to take a rest.
All right, well, if we have time for a long rest, how much space do you have in your ring?
We filled it up in the last session. What did I
Yeah.
have in it? Hold on.
Do you have it written down what you have in there?
I do. Let me go find it.
I think there's a blinding smite
I
and
had
2 thunderous.
I had 1 second level Thunderous and 3 first level Blinding Smites right now.
Well, blinding smite's 3rd level.
Oh, yes, it is. Well, I got 1 of them and 1 Thunder.
Yeah, so go ahead and have 2 thunderous at 1st level and then a blinding. Unless you'd prefer to just have 5 thunderous.
No, the Binding one could be very useful.
And it does hit a little harder.
Yeah.
It's also the option of spirit guardians.
See, that's not going to be great on Jill because if I can blink with the sword, I'm not going to be there to hit anybody with them.
No, but as soon as you appear, it hits them too.
True.
Nah, the smites are better.
The smites are better for Jill.
Especially if you happen to crit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, there's that.
All right. So you loaded up the ring. It was spell slinging. Is that it is?
That's the spell storing ring.
Oh, the spell storing ring. Okay. So you have filled that up. Morning. So it took you 6 days to get here, and you had a week for the ceremony. It is the day of the ceremony when you uh complete your long rest.
Man, that does not leave us a lot of time. Uh, Damn, it really does feel like all we can do is just sit and wait. But
Yeah, I don't really have anything better. I'd like to scout, but I'm too concerned we're gonna get caught.
so I do wonder. It's the day of. We have no way to communicate with anyone.
Nope.
We don't even know if they've been
Well,
successful.
well, if we're that close to them, could we use E and send them a message that way?
That might be too risky if they've already been
Then yeah.
taken. So,
I remember, I believe Doriel or Ray wanted to send uh her imp with you so that you could communicate via imp.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but Ray keeps forgetting that there's limitations on how to use that imp. Um, okay. I'm starting to wonder if our best objective here is to find a way into the city and maybe try to get closer now rather than when the signal is sent.
Wait, just in if something happens that their plan goes wrong, it doesn't mean there will be a signal.
Exactly. We should try to find a way into the
We
city.
should get in the city. I do have a disguise kit and a forgery kit.
So, you've been in the city before, right?
Jill probably has. I don't know if she has with everybody else, but I assume she's been here.
You would have been here as a small as a small child.
Yeah, like
Like
Jill's not that old.
when your father was taking you along on.
Weren't you here when the group teleported from Molderwaddle to
Yes,
Whitemore?
but then they immediately
Yeah.
left.
We immediately fucked off
Okay.
Yeah, they immediately left. But you that so
Because
because things went downhill very quickly.
you would have been
so
here as a kid, Jill. Yes.
from
Yeah.
our point here, are we able to see both from yesterday and today? Is there still people going in and out of Whitemore even with the heavy presence?
There are people going in to Whitemore. There are not very many people
Not
leaving.
Hmm.
As you spend more time watching, there are actually probably the travelers that you had seen making their way down. You actually spot them again, reaching the city. A few of them, uh, or some like groups that you like similar sized groups. I mean, not the same people, but you see them reaching the city, and they are very much most of their from all appearances, most of their belongings seem to to have been brought with them. It's like almost like they're being like immigrating into the city. Um, picking up their picking up and moving in. Um, there are small groups with small family groups, larger caravans, but there are definitely people going into the city.
So what is the current weather right now?
Snow all melted, right?
The snow is still there, but it is a clear day. There's
Damn it.
no clouds. Um, sorry, the dice did not roll in your favor.
Was really hoping for a nice, heavy, warm rain overnight.
I, and I'm sitting here going, damn, I hope it's like snowing hard right now.
Well, that's the other option. Blizzard is good too.
Uh, okay. So we can see a gate from here.
Yes, there's a
When
gate
people are going
here
in,
and here.
are they being searched thoroughly?
From your perspective, can't see how thoroughly they're being searched, but
They are being.
they are being stopped and caravans are being searched, but you don't know how thorough they're being, whether it's just a quick glance or whether they're opening every single bag and pulling every single item out. You don't know. Um,
'Cause there's the potential that some of our stuff immediately gives away who we are.
With it being a perfectly clear day, I don't know how we're gonna I don't know how we're gonna
I
get inside
don't know how we're.
without being spotted. There is one option to get us in potentially without being spotted, but it's gonna get real cold.
It's fine.
I'm interested to hear
I don't
what this
have
plan
anything
is.
that will. But yeah, I'm interested in this plan
We go
because I don't
up
have anything better.
and then up
Yep,
and then
and
up
up and up.
and up
Yep,
to the
where I
point
thought this was
where
going.
it's gonna be really cold. It's
We
probably
have
gonna be
winter
hard to
clothes.
breathe. This is true, but
Bag of
we're
holding
we're we're trying to get up high enough so that we just look
that they
like
don't see us. Yeah,
not even that they don't
tiny
see us, is that they
bird.
don't
Yeah,
recognize what it is
bird
that
or
they're
whatever.
seeing.
Yeah,
And
that's the
then
best I've got.
somehow try to find a spot to
And
get to
in
in
the
the
city,
city.
any particularly tall buildings up there?
Um, there's like the tallest building that you can see is the palace itself, the Empress's
That's
palace.
not optimal.
Um, there is a slightly the next tallest building is a sort of almost like a bank. That would be the next tallest. It's kind of like a very ornate marble bank would be the next um largest.
So, oh, that's a real dumb plan, but I'm kind of here for it.
Look, dumb plans are not the worst thing. We don't have anything better anyway.
Because if there's one thing that's real obvious, it's a moderately sized red dragon flying
Dragon?
down into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's not real obvious is just two people falling out of the sky.
It's not. No.
Especially if we don't make any
And that's
noise.
kind of where I was headed with it.
So your plan is to go up as high as you can and then drop from the
We're
sky?
skydiving.
Yeah,
You're
we're doing
skydiving.
we're doing a
We're
Halo jump.
skydiving.
Gosh. I am here for this. Okay, I
So
Look, if you want to
I'm going to
go down, I mean, if we fall to our death,
I'm gonna say that we at least have some kind of crude map of the city from the Ursus Clause, yeah?
before.
yes,
Yeah.
you would have had you would have a
So
map of the city.
And is there marked on that city suspicions of where this ceremony might take place from what they've seen or where
they
preparations are being made?
the it's not necessarily suspicions. They have a guarantee that it's happening in the courtyard of the palace of the main, like
Okay.
outside the main gates of the
Okay.
palace. Um, Essentially, she's having as many people fill the courtyard as possible and giving a speech from the steps of the palace doors.
All right. Yep. So, can
Yep.
we see a
Oh,
map
yeah.
of the city?
Where did it go? So many screens open. Um, there it is. Old as heck.
My God, look who's on the screen.
Oh, why is the map so like low quality? Um,
Damn, that is. I thought it just hadn't loaded in yet.
no, that is like it so low quality. What happened? Hold on, let me. I might have to remake this image. Not even. It doesn't even pull anything. Like I'm trying. My image is not even on my computer. It must have been on my old one. Oh darn. I'll have to remake that. It's fine.
It
It's fine.
is it time to make a new city?
It's time to make a new city.
Well, honestly, this one's fine for what we need. We don't need super big details.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
works for us right now.
So we're on.
You would be on this side over here. I'm not sure why it's oriented weird, but that's where you
Well,
could
we'd be
be.
down here, right?
Yeah, or yeah, we could. Yeah, let's make it down here. That's easier.
Well, no, because there's a port.
Oh right, yeah. There's a port.
I think you might need to remake the city.
I think I might need to remake this video.
So in that case, we'll just go off of this fictional map. There should be would be a good place for us to land. We'd want to be away
The main castle.
from the castle, from the palace. But we'd also want to be away from the walls. So
Yeah.
it's kind of feeling like whatever kind of slum district there is, that might be the best place to drop, or in
Hmm.
the more industry area where there'd be a bunch of smelters and tanneries. Since if there's a bunch of tanneries over there, ain't no way guards are gonna be walking through there. That shit stinks.
Nope. That shit's awful.
So I feel like that's our best infiltration options.
I think.
Okay.
I also think we'd be doing this at like super early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like crack of dawn, or as my sister likes
Before
to
that,
call it, the butt crack of dawn.
we're talking like 4 a.m. kind of things.
All right. Yeah, that would definitely give you advantage on your stealth check, and it would also make it extremely cold. But you
Yep.
wouldn't be able to,
It's
but
yeah.
you wouldn't have to fly nearly as high.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we'd still get up higher than we need to, just because
Better safe than sorry.
we can like muddy my armor and the shield and muddy our clothes, darken it in some way, especially with the disguise kit. Can't really
Yeah.
do that for all of Leviathan.
No.
So that's our idea of where we'd want to land. Is there something like that on the map that we could do that we think would be Well, if everybody's immigrating to the city, there's probably going to be a lot of people there. Well, have to take that risk, huh?
Yeah.
So the stipulation was away from the walls, less
And
populated areas.
so someplace
Somewhere
that
the
is
guards aren't gonna pay much attention to.
the
Yeah.
least likely place to be spotted on the way down. So inside the city, we're already probably not going to be watched for, especially if it's really early in the morning. So we'd want to be it away from the palace, and we'd want it to be away from the wealthy areas because those probably have some kind of magical
Magical
alarm set up on
items.
their properties. We want it to be away from government buildings for the same reason. Um, we'd want it to be somewhere where guards are less likely to patrol, just because
Yeah.
it's something we could deal with, but I'd rather not. And
It's gonna draw attention.
ideally, just somewhere that we could find a place to hold up. Since I don't imagine there'd be anything happening on the day of the ceremony other than the
That.
ceremony, and probably like bakeries. Food places would be operational, things for the celebration if that's what they're calling it. So probably something more along the smithery area, the tanneries, the maybe there's some kind of internal guild barn in here for somebody that we could try to land nearby, but that might be
Yeah. A
pretty risky as
so-called
well.
industrial area.
Okay.
But also not something that's like right next to the walls.
Yeah.
So the best bet would probably um you'd probably be able to get in an area that's like I'm trying to think of where to
So the
so
the nice thing
prob
about this is us landing, we don't have to account for Leviathan.
Yes.
We just need to find a place where we can land safely, which is why we'd want to be since we're doing this at like 4 a.m. We want to be away from the bakeries because they're already up and running.
They're up.
We want
Okay.
to be away from the walls, and we want to be away from the palace. We don't want to land in the wealthy areas because they have
They
more
have guards.
patrols and
Okay.
magical alarms. So pretty much anywhere other than that, once we get on the ground, our options open up a lot more.
Okay. Your best bet would probably be some like a red light district.
Probably,
Very
yeah.
very
Probably.
no, everyone's kind of keeping their head down, minding their own business, so I think you'd be fine with something like that. So I would say that would probably be
And
like
I
like in
also
this
imagine
area.
that
But
yeah,
Matthew City
that's
Ridge Run.
fine. I also imagine that any guards we find in that district are
Otherwise occupied.
probably occupied or incredibly drunk after being occupied. So that's
Yes.
probably our best place to land.
Yeah, that would be most likely be your best bet. So I would say once you get up in the air, it's pretty easy to see which areas are more wealthy. The roofs are a lot more um like the roofs of the buildings are more maintained than the more wealthy they are. And then once you get closer to the red light district, that would be the more crowded, older buildings and very decrepit kind of buildings, more abandoned.
So
So
what I
that would
will
be pretty
say
easy to
is
find.
what I am going to do is we have a bit of old cloth and maybe we found some more at the abandoned farmhouse and I'm going to just wrap all the joints in my armor. I'm going to tie my sword and my shield together, put them on my back so they don't rattle as much as we
Okay.
descend. basically try to lock down as much stuff
Quiet.
on us as we
Yeah.
can. Um, actually,
Yeah,
by
easily enough.
in that point, I will put my shield and the lance in the bag of holding, or no, into my bag of holding since I have that on me, and
Yeah.
I'll keep my sword and my axe on me, just because it's good to have something in case things really go tits up. But we'll also, after muffling the joints of all my armor, locking things down, tightening pouches so that nothing falls off or flaps in the wind as much as possible. Although I do have a cape, but that's just cool.
Take it off.
No. Um, I'm wondering if it might be in our best interests to try and create some kind of, for lack of a better descriptor, a baby carrier to strap to my chest so that you are secure on the way down.
Probably is. Still would hate this.
You could, hold on, but I'm worried about.
I mean, Jill's not very strong.
Yeah.
That's she's 2'11". She doesn't have big muscles.
So that's something that during the trip,
Could
well,
work
we
on.
wouldn't have thought of this until we got here. So over that night,
Yeah.
try to
No.
rig something to keep her like
Secure.
secure to Corswain's chest.
Fine, you
Uh,
could just march around the city and pretend Jill's your child. Nobody will question the halfling and the dragonborn being related, right?
Dragonborn.
Or not dragonborn. No, this one's not a dragonborn.
I was like,
Not this
wait.
one.
No, not this one.
So our options are a little limited. I don't know. I really don't know. It might involve tearing something up to try and make it.
We have a lot of extra winter clothes unless we doled them out to everybody.
I would
Oh, I think we
say
should still have some sets in the bag then.
go ahead and make an investigation check. Just to look around the barn and see if there is any sort of material like burlap sacks or anything that you could possibly use. Actually, you don't even have to do that. There would definitely be some old burlap sacks, so you could definitely find that there.
And I'm even going to go a step further, and I'm going to tear up my bedroll. I'm going to use the components of my bedroll and my camping
Yeah.
kit to contribute to making a harness, because if this
We might not need to, because we do have some climbing kits.
that would work even better.
We might have 6 of those.
Yeah, we might. I still think I'd use part of the bedroll to make sure it. Oh, I would use my bedroll to
That's for your
muffle
armor.
my armor. Um, I'd also oil it using one of my many oil flasks. I do have 50 feet of rope, which would help with the
I also have
climbing
a
kit.
bunch of rope.
So we do the best that we can to make a rope and climbing gear harness, and hope it's enough.
All right. Yeah, I would say
And I actually I put my lance in my bag of holding. I keep my shield because I'd have both of my hands free, so it wouldn't really obstruct anything to still hold on to it.
No, and then you
And
don't
I
have
could
to
also try
take
to
it
use
after
it to
something
direct
happens.
us. Yeah.
yeah, you could definitely do that. So create this harness for Jill. You get everything tightened down so that you're not making sound, and everything is set and ready for you to attempt this skydiving.
But I've done some stupid shit, but this might actually top any of that.
It's okay. Everything will be okay.
It'll be
All I
fine.
thought you were going to do was tunnel under the snow. This was not on my radar at all. I'm here for it. I think it'll be an awesome whatever happens
Well,
kind
if we
of
die
deal.
skydiving, at least it'll be cool.
If we die, we die, and we'll just have new characters ready by next session.
And the others will have no clue
No
what
idea.
happened.
Well, now all I have is it's the other group's time, and they're like shuffled out at the crack of dawn, and they just hear, "What was that?"
You hear about the two people that fell from the sky? What do you mean? Two people that fell from the sky. Oh no, it was like this guy is all in his armor and this halfling chick. Like they just
Alright,
fell out of
well-
the sky.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
So, flying up, do we encounter any problems? Do we need to make any checks or anything?
One more check to make sure that we're not getting seen. From whichever one of you want to do that.
All right, you can roll this one, I believe.
+2.
Do you want Jill's stealth or Leviathan's?
Leviathan.
Well, we're on
stealth.
Leviathan right now.
Yeah.
Let's go. Natural 20. So Leviathan, as
Look,
quiet
I'm telling you, Jill comes in when it matters.
as
Like a ghost.
you have never seen Leviathan be this quiet before. You don't know if it's the energy of the situation or if he's terrified of what's about to happen. He is silent as you take off from the barn into the sky. It's interesting. The higher you get, the brighter the sky becomes as the sun kind of comes more into perspective. You're able to get higher, so the sky lightens a little bit more.
So,
As the
as we're
temperature
in-
drops.
as we're in the air and it just keeps getting colder and harder to breathe, Corswain will hold on to Jill. Are you ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
How
course not.
high would you think you guys are up in the sky? Are you in the sky?
Hold on.
You normally skydive from about 10,000 feet.
All right, so 10,000 feet times
So,
1d10 per 10 feet.
well, hold on. We haven't gotten to the best part. So, you ready?
I'm ready. Oh yeah. Go.
Leviathan just tucks his wings, flips over, and we just fall silently, plummeting towards the ground. And then maybe 500 feet from the ground, two giant luminous golden wings erupt from Corswain's back, and we glide down to the ground. I
I s-
finally get to use my racial feature.
I suspected that's what you were planning,
I
It
knew you
and
had
I
a
am
plan
for
this.
it.
It actually was not. I just wanted a real cool thing during the fight to have my wings out, but this works even better.
This
Jill,
works so
fine.
much better.
Jill finds a house. She's like, whoa. Others, not a clue. Never gonna find out.
Probably not. Who knows?
We'll see. So you descend
Yeah, you know that
gracefully
awkward
into the
moment
city.
when you build your new character completely around the thing that killed you, and then you never encounter that again? That's what happened.
Sorry.
Like, damn, we got fucked up by necrotic damage. I need to build something that deals with necrotic damage. Never take necrotic damage again for the rest of the campaign.
Never happened again.
I just
So thank
forget
you.
that that's
I don't know. I'm still waiting for that necrotic resistance to come
necrotic
in too.
damage. Yeah, the necrotic.
Haven't run into that yet.
Well, you'll be happy when you run into it though.
Exactly.
With that
That'll
necrotic
be
damage.
great.
And that necrotic damage.
Right up there with that rodent damage. And poison. So, we
You have
land somewhere that looks abandoned. Do we avoid detection is the question.
as you land, you see a few people kind of poke their heads out. 'Cause they were walking like out of windows to kind of see what's going on, but they don't really seem like they're just nosy neighbors kind of deal. But they just kind of they look out their windows in a curious manner, but they don't seem alarmed. They're just, what's going on? But
It's a good thing we landed in this district at this time because
Mhm.
if I was sober and saw a man in dragon armor with giant golden wings with a full grown adult strapped to his chest, I'd be raising a lot of questions.
I have some questions.
We'll worry about that when we have a place to, to hide.
Fine, we don't have to deal with that right now.
So, I guess since we can come down pretty softly, we could land on a rooftop and take a look around since we have a little bit of flight time left
yeah, you
to
you could
try and get
absolutely
to
do
a
that.
better spot.
Yeah, you could
Uh,
absolutely do that.
so I think it'd be good if we both looked for something
Yeah.
or a path towards a place to hide out near where this festival is going to be taking place. And preferably somewhere. It doesn't have to be a large barn, but some kind of like moderately sized shed would work as well. Although I guess we don't really care about property damage, so it doesn't matter too much.
The last thing Jill's ever been worried about.
Yeah, but it's more of a we need
If
somewhere
we
that we
do
can get
anything, people are
Leviathan
gonna notice.
out of
Yeah.
easily.
You the two of you, if you want to, can make a perception check or invest. This wouldn't necessarily be investigation because you're not like you're just looking for
Not
it.
looking,
So yeah,
yeah,
just
I think
perception
just
check.
perception.
To see if you can find a building that would be suitable for Leviathan to erupt from. That's pretty good. 27.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. It's spinning on the 20. Oh, and it's gone. Damn it.
Oh,
It's still
That's not
21.
bad.
that's still pretty
That's not
good.
bad. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it
You
was spinning on that 20 and then boop.
ah hate that. You both spot a fairly large warehouse. That seems to be within you could get to the palace within like a 5-minute run. Like it's basically a mile from the palace.
Oh, we're not running.
So yeah, you
We'll
could
be flying.
yeah, you managed to spot that and are able to uh head that direction if you so wish.
Is
As
there
Good?
is there like a oh shit, another thing like that would be abandoned though. I was thinking of something that has some kind of vantage point to see the square. But I can't imagine any place that would be that close to the square and not be occupied.
Yeah.
It definitely would not be. Um
Well, that's okay.
So, there- from what you gather, there's probably going to be hundreds of people that were invited to watch from the square itself, and those that were not invited are probably going to be cramming into the nearby buildings to attempt to get a like to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So
So
it's probably going to be very crowded.
do we know what time it's going to start?
You were told it was most likely going to happen at um like the afternoon, probably 2 hours past midday.
Okay. So we have a decent amount of time to settle in and prepare, but also an uncomfortable amount of time until it starts.
Indeed.
Well, let's get over to the warehouse and see what's there.
All right. You begin making your way through the streets. Are you
So
going?
at the start of this, we're up on the rooftop and I still have my wings, so we're going to be flying as much as we close as we can
Okay.
and then try to stick to the rooftops if we can from there.
Okay. Um, you're probably from the building that you spotted. You'd probably be about just going making your way through the roofs. Probably to get there within 5 minutes of it before your flight fall ends. So you'd have a 5 minute walk
Mhm.
from there. Uh, going from rooftop to rooftop. Um, go ahead and make a stealth check if you would. Um, either both of you or one giving advantage to the other.
You want to give Jill help.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Well,
I already have
you
my
already
cloak
have
anyway,
advantage,
but you know.
but
Every little bit helps, you know. You never know.
28.
28. That's not bad.
you know what? Just for the heck of it,
I mean, look, Jill can't do really all that bad on these to begin with, but
This is true. Rolling, rolling,
suck it, Trebek.
rolling. You are able to make your way to the warehouse without being spotted. You do see patrols, like small groups, of soldiers kind of walking down the street, but they are either exhausted or a little bit hungover, so they do not notice you as you climb over the rooftops and make your way to this warehouse. Um, and you reach the building. Um, what is your
What?
passive perception, both of you?
Not good.
19.
14.
Both of you, as you land on or like settle down on the roof of this building, you hear what sounds like boxes being moved inside the building itself.
Damn it.
So there are people there, but you're not sure how many or whether they're hostile or innocent bystanders. You're not certain.
By this point, Jill will have been cut loose. Um,
Thank you.
I would have done that once we landed, but
Yeah.
um, what's the plan here? We need somewhere to hide out. We need somewhere secure. This warehouse was a good bet, but I'd rather not be near people, whether they're friendly or not, it doesn't matter. Do you want to take a look inside and I'll wait here?
Yeah, that's probably the way we should go, and like hopefully they maybe just leave.
Having
I mean,
people
there's
in
also the
there at
option of nobody there left to be seeing us is
true. The thing that concerns me is
I'd rather not.
I'd rather not on principle, but also
I mean, yeah, Jill doesn't give two shits about that part of it.
what are they doing in a warehouse at this time of morning
Day.
on this day in this time of year
And in this part of the city.
and in this economy? So we may have
Yeah, we'll go
stumbled
snoop.
upon something. Um,
Good or bad, we don't know.
I think you should go take a look, and I'll wait here. Um,
Yeah, I can go snoop.
I think it'll be good for us to get down into a back alley first, somewhere out of the way, and then I can throw up a cloak and stand around like I'm a drunkard, something like that. Try to be as unassuming as possible.
All right. So you are planning on going into the building, Jill?
Or at least, is there like a
Look,
window or anything I could watch through instead of going
Um,
in?
you could you would have to get lower to the ground, but yes, you could definitely find a window to peer into. Um,
I'll start that way.
you
Have
climb
myself a nice
down.
little milk crate to stand on.
if it's in one of the alleys, Coursewing could just lift you up as well.
You could, yeah, that could work. You climb down the
Yeah.
side of the building, into one of the more secluded alleyways, unseen by anybody. And if of course, when you said you were giving her a boost to look through the window.
If I need to.
Or
Yeah.
I'll find something to stand on. There's probably an old box or something around.
Uh, yeah, you can. There are definitely old crates around that you could definitely stand on and look through the window.
That works.
Um, as you peer through the window, go ahead and make a perception check.
I mean, it's not bad, but damn,
That is literally the minimum you could have rolled.
that's the worst I could have done.
I'm
Oh
so
God.
glad none of you are playing a fucking rogue in my campaign.
That could be changed. I'm joking.
Yeah, that can change. I mean, I'm definitely
Well,
not changing it, but
there's a distinct possibility that you might earlier than intended, but
well, possibility based on what I've sent you. Yes.
um, you peer through the window, and it's very dirty. Like it's almost as if it's been painted over. To try and keep people from looking in, but you manage to um narrow your gaze and your focus on what's happening. You see a group of almost, they're not quite they're more like dock workers. They don't seem very they're not, I don't know how to describe it. They're very inconspicuous. It's not someone that
they,
it would be bizarre to see moving crates along the road. But you do notice one of the crates, one of the workers, they open the crate and they start counting things. You notice a lot of the items on the inside have almost like a silvery glint, like metallic. But there is also a lot of bright crimson red stones, all dozens of them on the inside of this crate. And there are dozens of crates that people are moving around, and all of them look identical to each other.
Anything Jill's ever seen?
No. You've never seen this many necklaces or whatever, gemstones. Whatever it is, you've never seen this many in, like, nothing similar to this at all.
Jill's little snapping everything fingers are twitching.
So these things look like jewelry?
Yes, they do look like
Okay.
jewelry.
She'll report back to Court Swain and see what we're gonna do next, I guess.
So could those red rocks in the jewelry be a solid form of that stuff you all were telling me about?
My concern about it is that it's a different form for easier transport, I suppose.
Because I'm wondering, with how many that you said there are, and if they do what we fear they might, are these going to be handed out during the ceremony?
Probably. Or forcibly put on people one way or the other.
Question is, what would it do? Guess there's no real way to know that.
I mean, Jill will re-explain what she knows of the red rot, but there's no way to tell if this will be exactly the same.
And I can't really think of a way to. Well, we could observe for a little bit, see if the workers leave. We may
Yeah,
be able to damage them enough to not be used, but we can't do that to all of them or they'll know it's sabotage. And if we did, it'd have to be in some
yeah.
kind of like road damaged way, which if they didn't travel by road, that makes things harder because if they came by ship,
An immediate tip off.
yeah. This may be something that we just have to ignore and hope
This
for the
might be
best.
not our circus, not our monkeys. Even though it's very much both.
I think our primary focus right now is just wait and observe and hope they get everything settled and leave.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything with them.
So, if that's the case, do we have a rough idea of the layout of this warehouse? Like, is there another entrance on like the other side that maybe there's like a box fort we could make something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up like I'm just basically sketch it because I forgot to your house map. So we're gonna on the fly do this. Um, so
We
you
love it.
are we're all on this map. So we're gonna say that it is roughly this shape. So the main entrance is over this way.
And
You
where are
and
we right now?
Jill would be over here in this alleyway. So there's some other buildings this way. That is the straightest line I've ever made, except for the end.
God damn, that's an amazing line.
How did I do
It is.
That's just like that guy that does the big circle on the chalkboard and draws a perfect circle.
that?
Mhm.
That's that same energy.
I have never managed to do that any ever before, even with a ruler. That is impressive. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I've been doing too much digital media stuff. Uh, you guys are over here. So there's the main entrance this way. There is a back door over here. And some doors over here used to bring cargo and things in. Um, and every about 10 feet or so, there's a window. So there's a window here.
So
How high up are the windows?
Um,
So sorry.
they're about eye height. Because you were able to see into the window just standing
like
on a box. So
5 feet high.
yeah, about 5 feet off the
6
ground.
Yeah.
feet.
Thereabouts.
Okay. The section right in front of our window, is it kind of obviously we can see past it, so there's nothing blocking it there, but
There are there's like a crate here right in front of the window. Um there are scattered crates over this way. Um
is the warehouse like relatively empty? Are there
We're
stacks and
pretty
stacks of
full.
boxes?
Yeah.
it's
Like,
pretty empty for the most part. The boxes that are there are old that aren't being currently being carried by the workers, are pretty much just the large, so these like large gray ones, those are pretty much all that's in there. There is a second floor, but it leads up to like a admin building or room up here.
would there
Um,
be would there be a crane here as well, or is it not that? I know there'd be one on the docks, but not here. I'm guessing if it's
Not
just one story.
here. It's mostly just once. There's not a crane, so it's mostly just storage. So this would be like the where they keep the wares. Between,
This would be a distribution
yeah,
center
like a
rather than a
distribution
warehouse.
center. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
it's more.
that
It's more like a Costco, you know.
that
But
actually complicates things a bit.
It does.
So right now we can just see workers like over here.
We know there's
there
people.
are
Yeah.
there are people over here. So there's probably so there's three to four people over here, and then there was a group of two people over here that were moving the boxes around that Jill saw. The one that was opening the crate here, and this one was bringing some here. But there are 5 people so far that you have seen.
Hmm. Maybe our best bet is to try to get upstairs.
That's what I was thinking, is if we can get up. Would there be like an upstairs window looking into like the offices?
I was about
Make
to
sure
ask
there's
that.
nobody up there. Don't want to walk into somebody's office and find out they're there.
Uh, yeah, there would be on this side. There would be some windows that you could look into. That might be more of a looking, like standing on Coursewayne's shoulders, a little
Well,
bit
if it's on
taller,
a
but
second,
yeah, it would
it'd
be
be a
like,
second
I mean, yeah.
story, right?
yeah, so
So
it would be taller, but
I'm gonna have to like toss you up and you grab the window ledge or something. Like,
I mean, that works. Jill's, as long as you can catch her when she falls.
probably. but maybe there's something there that I could stand on to lift you up.
I mean, there was like old crates and stuff around. Whether or not they're strong enough to hold you and your armor, plus the little tiny bit Jill weighs, is a different matter.
Just need enough to get you up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get away from this window with guys that are right here.
Right there.
Yeah, you can go ahead and drop your tokens on the map if you want. It's very dinky on the map that we have. Sorry. Too much school. But yeah, you could get over to here. So you're trying to look
Yeah,
into the office building.
hoist me up and
So
yep.
there's no scaffolding out here or anything?
No, there is not. There's just like stray crates and things, but I don't know. If you were to
I'll
look,
just
there might be enough to stack up.
I'll just lift her up as best I can and then see if she
Yeah,
can
it's
grab
fine.
on and spider climb her way up there. We do still have some climbing gear, so
That is true.
I mean, there's a potion of climbing we could burn on this. Although I
fuck
don't
it,
feel
why
like it
not? When
counts
else are we
that.
gonna use it?
Fair. I'll just use that and climb.
All right.
Oh, it hurts to actually use the things that we need to use.
I know. I've had so much
Ugh.
of this crap for so long.
I need the 438 wheels of cheese. What if I need them?
It's always been my thing with these stupid mystery potions. I'm like, well, there'd be a better time, right?
Exactly. What if I need them later?
Just, what if I needed it next fight?
Guys, you're going into the very final fight of the game. Make sure you use everything you have. Well, I can't use
But
this
there
because I
could be
might need it
something. What
after.
if there's a yeah,
What
like
if the
what if there's
GM is
a
lying
second
to
boss?
us? What if there's a phase 3? What if we go full Dark Souls on this?
This might not be it. I know they're like almost dead in front of us, but like there could be another one.
I could what if I can save it till next campaign?
Next campaign.
Exactly.
So you're using one of the
I'll just use a potion of climbing.
potion of climbing, okay? Yeah, go ahead and climb on up. Make a acrobatics check, I believe is what you use for climbing. Or no, you wouldn't need to.
Nope,
Because you
she
got the
just
climbing.
has a climbing
Yep,
speed.
you just climb.
I just
Yeah,
have a climb speed.
you just have a climb
You
speed.
just you go full Looney Tunes and you're just walking sideways up the wall.
You peer inside the window. This one has not been painted over. And there is a person who is hunched over their desk, and they appear to be
Jill
asleep.
immediately climbs down. And occupied. I mean, they look like they're asleep, but
Well, go
that's
see
not
what's in
bother
there.
them. I
Maybe
think
we can find out what's going on here.
I'll go back up and sneak in.
Okay. Um, go ahead and make a stealth check. Yeah, you're fine. You sneak in, um, without a sound. The window opens soundlessly. Um, as you step into the office, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as the smell of rot hits you.
18?
You barely manage to keep from retching as the source of the smell becomes apparent. The person you
He's
believed
definitely
was
dead.
asleep is infected and has been for a few days by the smell.
Jill will crawl back down and relay this of, I mean, it smells real bad. He's real bad, but I mean, he's not gonna snitch either.
So that means the guys in the warehouse are not the warehouse workers.
Nope. I don't think anybody's been in this office for a little while. Well, I mean, other than the dead guy.
When you were up there, did it look like anyone had been in the office recently?
Did it?
Uh, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Because I know you said the body's been there for a few
25?
days,
Yes.
but I want to
But
know
yeah,
if
if anybody rummaged around or
yeah.
Yeah. So the body has been there for a couple of days. You can definitely see things have been moved. Like you can actually see he was previously on the floor. When based off of the blood spatter, and he was moved to the sitting position. And things have been moved recently. So whoever it was that
somebody's found the body.
someone's found him and not said anything and not removed the body. So you
Um,
imagine nefarious. He died under suspicious.
would
Yeah,
our
we broke into this place and we found a dead guy, but we definitely didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
pretty much would our mastermind rogue here have noticed like dust patterns to see if anybody's been in the room in the past day or two? Like
Yes.
after the body's been killed, has somebody been
Yeah.
in there like
Yes.
yesterday?
Yes. Based off of the patterns,
Oh.
things have been like people have come in
It's been
to
recent they've been in.
recently been in either to grab something or to just find a place to take a drink or something. People have been in the room
They
within the last
seem to, yeah.
few,
They
within the
seem
last
to be
day.
using it a little bit. Might not be a great option if they've been there in the last day.
I
They
think we're
might
gonna need
come
to
back.
find something else.
I think we need a new spot.
I wonder then, it's not glamorous, but it might work. Wonder if the sewer is the best spot. Although the only place that we could go that have the right kind of entrance that we need would be along the wall, which I'm not too big of a fan
I
of.
don't love that idea. Well, wait, no, please hold. How many of those do I own? Damn, only one.
One
That's
what?
unfortunate. I have an essence of etherealness. The drinker becomes ethereal for 10 minutes, and you can move through objects and creatures like they weren't there.
That is interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
It'll be useful, I'm sure, if we remember. But right now, we just need to find a place to stay. I wonder. I'm sure by this point, most of your family's connections have been rounded up in the city.
That's Jill's current understanding is that we're on our own.
But with that in mind, I wonder if there is a location that could be appropriated from one of the former contact locations. Not that you would have a good idea of where it could be, but I mean, you're still in the Thieves Guild. You should be able to find signs around the city, no? Because where we hide out does not have to be glamorous. We just need somewhere that they won't ask questions, so probably may even want to look at some kind of halfway house or homeless encampment.
For sure, Jill, you definitely would know where to go or
some places.
to contact someone if they're available. If they're not available, you assume it most likely um wouldn't be occupied. It was a more of a uh almost a literal hole in the wall type of establishment.
That's just what we're looking for.
Because I was just thinking, it would be good to maybe find like an ale house that's not in use anymore. Because you either got seized by the city and ran out of beer, and the owners were run off, something like that. We really don't need more than just like
It just needs to hold the two of us, really. And
pretty much.
preferably Leviathan, but
If it's made out of like, if it's not a stone building, we can get out with Leviathan. We just need to
Yep.
be able to get in and have like
roof intact.
20, 25 square feet of space, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably even less than that.
Yeah, drop you back on the city map here as it is right now. You would definitely, Jill, be able to lead the way to this sort of hole in the wall. Making your way through the city. As the hours or the time passes, does get progressively a little bit more busy, but people are not paying too much mind to you. They they seem to be all keep your head down, mind your own business type of mentality. You after probably about a 5-minute walk away from this warehouse, you do find the hole in the wall, and it's literally a building that when you move a certain brick, it triggers a secret wall that literally opens in, and you are able to get into this space. It does not appear as if anyone has been here for several weeks at the least.
Yeah, I think we just hole up in here.
About how much space do we have in here?
You would have the trying to think of the mathematical dimensions. You would have enough space to fit Leviathan and yourselves. Not too many more. Probably like maybe 2 other people in addition to Leviathan and yourselves. So it's not huge, but it works for what you need.
All right. I think in that case, we have what, like 6 something hours until it's
Yeah,
time.
about
Yeah.
6 hours.
I think Corswain will get to work cleaning his armor and getting all the rags off and cleaning out the oil, making it shine for when the final battle happens. Like
They're
maybe
gonna know
even
who was
using
here.
maybe even using bits of the disguise kit to embellish certain parts of it too. Like want it to be known when we arrive.
Yeah. And
And
Jill will, when we get a little closer to time, take off whatever disguise she had.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you guys were disguised. I forgot.
Corswain will unfurl something he got from LeBlanc in the Hollow to attach to the end of his lance, and it's a pennant of a black background with a golden tree on it.
Mm.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
I like that.
And
Know
attach
what
it to the end of the lance.
I know what I'm making for my assignment.
Basically, think the flag of Gondor, but with a golden tree instead.
I love it. That makes me happy.
And there will be that symbol on the pennant on his lance, and using some magic trickery, will be emblazoned on his cloak as well.
I like this a
Might
lot.
as well get the shield while you're at it.
Oh, the shield is in the shape. Well, yeah, actually, why not? Well, but
Really make sure they know.
the shield will instead have that golden tree on a black ground, but like in a Ouroboros style circle around it will be a red and platinum dragon.
Mm.
That's awesome. That is so you make this ornate display with the pennant and the shield, and the time passes.
And then after I'm done with that, a little bit, maybe around noon is when I will resummon Leviathan.
All right. He appears and is very glad to see that you're all okay. Both of you are okay. Not that he had any doubts, but he is very glad to see you're okay and settles down knowing he needs to be quiet. He's stealth that he used earlier is continuing throughout the next little bit as you prepare for this battle. Um you receive word about 12:30 ish. A small, very small raven, not sort of appears in your space, in the space. This is less of a actual raven and more of a mystical, like a familiar, appears and informs you that the what did we call it? There was the infiltration group and the attack force, and then there was the other group,
Signal?
signal group.
Signal.
Put it in just before. Not it. Or game scheduling. It was, yeah, the signal group. So you get a message informing you that the signal group is in position, and that the Ursa Claws are also in position, and to wait for the that you're okay to start heading towards the ceremony, but to wait for the signal before attempting it.
In
Probably
that
about
case,
12:30.
it may be best for Jill to cloak up, vanish, and get into the crowd. And then that way, Corsewing does not have to worry about keeping her safe
Yeah.
as he just airstrikes once the fight starts.
Before we head out, Jill will give you. Did I give you any of the potions of dragon strength?
I have one of them, and that's probably plenty. I wouldn't say no to another one.
You can have another one.
All right.
And I'll just keep the other healing potions and hope I don't need them.
So let's see. So we're expecting the festivities to start within what? An hour?
An hour, hour and a
and a half.
half.
Okay. So hopefully, well, I mean, you can vanish into the crowd like it's nothing. I'm not really
Yeah,
worried about
that's
you.
my strong suit.
So hopefully there's a way that I can hear the signal or see the signal from here, but
You would have been informed that they were going to send emerald uh lights, like dancing lights into the sky before
Yeah,
as the signal.
the problem is if I'm in this hole in the wall. Well, actually, I could. Yeah, I will use rags and cloaks to cover my armor, and then as soon as I see the signal, I will discard those, and I'll be in my resplendent golden armor with my shield out, get on Leviathan, and take to the sky.
I imagine Leviathan would be busting through the ceiling of this hole in the wall. Is that's what I'm picturing in my head, but because you can't really bring a dragon through the city without being at least a little bit conspicuous.
Oh yeah, I mean, as
Yeah,
soon
they
as the
might
signal's
notice.
done, we're going
It
loud as
doesn't
soon as
matter.
we see the
Yeah,
signal.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just I'm thinking Corswain would have to be probably not in that hole in the wall to be able to see the signal.
I see. I see.
And then as soon as he sees the signal, he will
Stealth doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
discard his accoutrement and summon Leviathan, and then Leviathan will burst through the wall. Because let me look up the Fine Greater Steed. I think I can communicate telepathic with him from a distance.
I believe you can.
I think it's 100 feet, probably. That seems to be the standard for
Yeah.
WotC. A mile.
Oh, it's more than 100 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, so he just needs to find a spot that won't draw attention that he can see where lights may happen.
Yeah, you can find that pretty easily. As you head out into the crowd, there's like the outer square, right? So there's like in the square is where the ceremony's happening, but then there's like the outer like courtyard. As well, you would be able to see like be out there without and see the signal without being inside the crowd. But yeah, you would be able to see very very well.
Yeah, I don't want to be near the ceremony.
Okay.
I want to be close to the hole in the wall, but
Okay.
just enough to be able to see where the signal may be, and then I can
Yeah, so the hole in
do our
wall.
cool exit from the wall.
I think the hole in a wall would be more in this area over here, like in this cluster of buildings. So you'd be able to, like, if you wanted to stand on the roof and do that, or you could go out into one of the side alleys and have a very good vantage point of because you would
Yeah,
have,
that sounds good.
yeah, you would have
And
the,
and then once I see the signal, he'll just drop down to the ground level, not trying to be quiet about it anymore. Get on Leviathan and smash through that wall. Make a cool scene. Mechanically, I imagine that after the signal goes up, I would get there. Let's see.
yeah, the map's off.
I know. I was just trying to get like a
You would be able to get there. I would say,
probably like 3 rounds in.
okay, yeah, I think that would be good. 3 rounds in.
Because now this will entirely depend on how you set up the battlefield, but my intention is to come like full on dive bomber down and hit someone.
Mm.
So like if the castle here is like the crowd and then the keep here is the stage or whatever, I just land right on top of them. Not like fly in but fly down kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Jill
Yeah.
would probably try to get reasonably close to the front of the crowd too, because we have a target, and that's her
Like
goal.
full on Assassin's Creed walking through the crowd.
Parting the Red Sea.
You know,
Sorry,
maybe
in
not
the
the front row, but like, a couple back.
Yeah. We're not the front of this, not the front row. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
they
that
can't
makes
look
like
down
I'm
and be
too
like, "Oh, wait."
interested. I'm too interested. I don't want to seem too interested. I'll take the second row. That's fine. That's my
Yeah.
attitude.
Not
But-
like, oh, the Empress looks up and like, "Hey, hi, how are you?"
yeah.
Wait, You, I remember you.
I remember
Hey.
you. No.
No, you don't. We've never met.
Your intimidation. No, we don't. No, you don't. Don't remember
Never seen
anything.
you before in my life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have an idea for this final fight.
It's
I'm
like
not gonna
this.
tell you.
You're not gonna tell me?
No, because then you'll do something different, and I don't want you to do
Don't
that.
ruin the plan.
Oh, that's true. This is true. I forgot. That's not happening today. That's happening like
We
next
can't tell
time.
you all our plans.
Exactly. I'm excited though for what you guys are shenanigans wise are gonna do.
And I, I will say this just to preface it: everything I'm gonna send you has nothing to do with what I want to do.
Okay.
So don't assume that I want you to do it because I want to do something cool. In fact, I'm probably going to include things that make me have to work harder. So
All right. I'm good with that. 'Cause I'll be honest, I am excited, but also like I don't want to make it too easy, you know?
yeah,
Because I tend to do that, and it's sad.
it's really hard to balance combat encounters, especially when you have such a wide variety of, I don't want to call it skill level, but understanding of how 5th edition combat works.
Yeah.
Like, you have us
You
two,
have very tactical versus. Well, this is
a-
cool.
and yeah, you have this group and you have the other group.
Do with that what you will.
Just and both
Everybody
work.
has their,
Yeah, everyone's got
yeah,
their strength.
everybody has their strengths. It's just they're
I
not the same strengths.
Yeah. And I am not very tactically minded when it comes to combat in D&D. I'm very much a this sounds cool. Unless it's Mold Earth. I did do that once with it's one of
I will
my
say it's Mold Earth can be really fun.
well
Can
I
my
mean
be. I think one of my
Earthbender.
favorites is the Wall of Force
Wall of
shenanigans.
Force shenanigans like that.
I
Those are
think
great.
luckily Baldur's Gate 3 did a really good job of helping with this, but it's so hard to visualize combat in 5th edition in a digital space when you don't have 3D terrain.
Yeah.
And WotC does not help with this a lot, but in 5th edition there is never any reason to move.
Not really.
And that's what makes it combat both boring and easy. Is, if you just sit there and swing, well, that's all you can do because the game doesn't support anything else. But at the same time, if you have to keep moving and if there's line of sight blocking things, then suddenly you can have a lot more mobility. Having things on the ground that happen as like a delayed timer forces different zones of control as well. It's like, yeah, you can stay there, but it's going to probably hurt.
Might not be a good idea.
Just gonna hurt if you do that kind of mentality.
And it's like there are lots of people that will argue of, oh, you're trying to turn Dungeons and Dragons into a video game. And I'm like, yeah, because that's what we all play.
It's like it makes sense. That's what's entertaining about it is it is
The reason people play them.
It's like, yes, I am trying to make it more cinematic. I'm trying to make it more interesting. I'm trying to tell a story. So what?
yeah, exactly. And with the 2D perspective, it's harder to do that. And when you only have so much movement and you don't read all the rules, it can make things like the big dragon thing I tried to send at you. It can only move 5 feet when on land. Didn't see that.
Yeah, and there's that third problem of, okay, how much to the established rules do I follow versus what I want to have accomplished? And at
Yeah.
what point does that cross the line of it becomes DM versus the player?
Yeah.
It's a very murky line. And sometimes
Indeed.
it's okay.
I like trying to like when I get like if I blah 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 blah. I'm words not working today. Um, I'm giving up on what I was trying to say. Ugh. I like the like the times where I get frustrated like with the dice. It's like, dang it, I want to do make it entertaining, not like I want to destroy them. You know, I want to make it entertaining kind of
I want a,
mentality.
I want a good fight.
Good fight, guys.
You know, I think that might be why I'm really enjoying this season of Critical Role. Well, one, it's Brendan Lee Mulligan, and I just love all of his stuff. But
Hmm.
the fights are not scaled to the party.
Oh, not I've not watched any of it. I just know that Matthew Mercer's playing like
A Bakugo.
a Bakugo. Is that what he's playing?
Yeah. I mean,
Like attitude wise.
he's playing like an anti-hero, and
Yeah.
it is delightful.
And like people are like, but he's such a nice guy. Why is he playing that character like a character like that? And I'm like, because it's different than
Because
what he's used to. It's
he wants to get revenge on his players.
oh yes. From the shenanigans, I can guarantee the shenanigans. Like that's half the time I'm just like, I need to pay you back for the shenanigans, and then you pay me back tenfold with the
It's an
shenanigans.
arms
So,
race, and you have a whole campaign of shenanigans coming up.
yes. we will. We. It'll be delightful. Um. So there's not a whole lot more we could do in this
No,
session. I think we've set you up
I,
for
I think we're done. I think we're good.
like it's.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Okay, I feel bad that it was like not as long and not as many shenanigans, but it was like you got
I mean,
everything.
we knew what we were getting into, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I will also be like, why is this? I have like a short video that I'll put up